Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2. Today we are going to be exploring the first route, meeting some new Pokemon, and making it to the next outpost. But before we get started, I forgot to mention in the last episode, I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Adam, who will be voicing our rival character in all the episodes to come, and also my lovely fiance Erin, who is voicing Professor Ginkgo. Now, a quick recap. In the last episode, you arrived in the Palean region to start as one of Professor Ginkgo's new research assistants. After picking up your starter in Camp Ryan and defeating your rival, you're now ready to start your adventure. Leaving Camp Ryan, you pass through a massive gate and enter Route 1. The path winds through an inviting forest, and it isn't long before you encounter your first wild Pokemon. A small bug waddles out of the long grass. Alright, time for our Route 1 bug type. So, I wanted something pretty cute, pretty adorable. I'm going to be vague with this one because I really like where this design goes, and I don't want to give away too much. I am really curious to see if anybody can pick up on where I'm going. So if you have a guess as to where this design may go, leave me a comment down below. So for this design, I wanted to emphasize that this Pokemon likes to eat a lot. It's a nibbling little thing. And that in the act of eating all this food, that's kind of what helps it evolve. So we'll figure that out later. But I really wanted to emphasize those big old mandibles. I also wanted him to look a little kind of defenseless, so that's why his antennas kind of curl up and give him a slightly frightened expression. As he continues to evolve, he will go from a easily step-onable, squishable little bug to something a little bit more intimidating. Alright, this is Pipsqueak, the Nibble Pokemon. This tiny bug Pokemon spends its days happily nibbling on strange prehistoric plants. It's particularly fond of sweet saps and honey. Pipsqueak often find themselves covered in sticky sap, but don't seem to mind. Its ability is, appropriately, Sap Sipper. Not wanting to pass up on the opportunity, you decide to battle and catch Pipsqueak. Congratulations, you have your first wild Pokemon. You do spot in a nearby clearing another Pokemon. Alright, time to design our Route 1 normal type. Now, I will let you know, when I was coming up with this region and how many Pokemon there were going to be, I was keeping it on the lower side, just because I wanted a project that was manageable. So I actually kind of combined our Route 1 normal type with the regional dog, and this made sense at the time. Now, I would actually love to just have this design be the regional dog, and instead just have a completely new normal type, Route 1 normal type. So, if you have any thoughts on what a normal type for this region could be, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Now, the tough part of this is it should ideally be an animal that is extinct, a prehistoric mammal of some kind, ideally a small prehistoric mammal. So for instance, this design that we're doing here, our regional dog, this is based on the thylacine, or the Tasmanian tiger. They are recently extinct. But yeah, if you have any ideas to kind of go with this one. The other reason is that our puppy here, this cute little adorable puppy, just with his description, his lore, like he needs to be elusive and kind of rare. Like he'd be that, 5% encounter rate. Yeah, I want to hear your normal type ideas, and hopefully I can just make a little extra video and add that design in. Alright, anyway, this is Marsupup, the shy puppy Pokemon. This elusive Pokemon is very wary of people and prefers to stay hidden. Even in areas where Marsupup are known to reside, it is exceedingly rare to spot one. Once they have warmed up to a trainer, they are very affectionate, loving to lick their faces non-stop. And you know what? You try and catch Marsupup, but it flees. It is a particularly elusive species. Next up, you spot a little Pokemon jumping out of a tree and clumsily gliding to the ground. Okay, time for our Route 1 bird. And, well, I mean, it's not technically gonna be a bird. This is gonna be based off of Pterosaur. I think that's fine. I think it's okay that this is not a bird. We're going to have enough kind of dinosaur bird things going on later. So the other really nice thing with this not being a bird, technically, is that I feel really justified having it be a mono-flying type, because there's nothing particularly normal about a pterosaur. This guy is pretty cute, pretty adorable. Again, it is just monotype, but especially when I get to the description, you may be able to guess what its second typing may be in the future. But yeah, he's just a fuzzy little guy, and I especially wanted to show the kind of fluffy fuzz that pterosaurs had. So he's maybe a little bit more poofy than pterosaurs might have been, but yeah, getting those pycnofibers in there was pretty important. All right, this is Kaitike, the flutter Pokemon. These fuzzy little Pokemon are not the best at flying yet, and can be spotted tossing themselves from trees and fluttering their wings wildly. Luckily, their thick fluff protects their bodies, so they can tumble to the ground without injury. Its ability is static, because, well, they're just so fluffy. And there are your Route 1 Pokemon. Again, give me some ideas for a new Route 1 normal type that isn't a doggo. But yeah, there are some truly ancient Pokemon in this region. As you continue on the route, you walk by a tall fence off to the west. You find that it has a large gate emblazoned with a mysterious 16. And it is super locked. You are not able to get through. But you make a mental note to return eventually. Continuing north, you can see buildings peeking above the trees. And after passing through a luckily unlocked gate, you arrive in Ordo Outpost. There's quite a bit of activity going on here. Researchers are busy loading and unloading equipment. Central is a massive building that is part research facility and part arena. A woman comes barreling out. This is Beth, the fighting type head researcher.
Ah, you must be one of the new research assistants that Professor Ginkgo brought on board. I'm Beth, the fighting type head researcher. Wish I could talk, but we have an emergency at Crater Clift to the east. Oh, you want to help, do you? Well, looking at the Pokemon you have so far, I have to say no. Also, I'm going to be passing through one of our restricted gates. You'll find restricted gates all over the island. If you don't have enough access codes, you won't be able to get through. You need 5 codes for this particular gate, and I'm assuming you don't have any. In fact, you're looking at me like you don't even know what access codes are. Okay, listen up. There are researchers around the Paleon region who specialize in studying different Pokemon types. If you can prove that you understand the types by defeating their respective head researchers in battle, then they'll reward you with that access code. Now, normally I would let you challenge me, though you probably don't stand a chance. I have to get going.
She runs off, tapping her ID badge on a gate to the east labeled with a large 5. It opens for her and she is gone. You will not be able to head to help her for quite a while, but perhaps you'll be able to find other head researchers to challenge and gain their access codes. You wander around Ordo Outpost, but there is little to do other than visit a move tutor to help teach your Pokemon new moves. You set your sights on the North Gate and Route 2 beyond. But that will have to wait for the next episode. Oh, and a shout out to my friendo Beth for voicing our fighting type researcher. I am sure that we will run into her again in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts on today's episodes, especially any new Route 1 normal type ideas you may have. And I'll see you in episode 3.